Hola YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a declutter of my foundation and concealer drawer. So if you're interested in seeing what I'm getting rid of, hint, it's pictured in this photo, then keep on watching. So here is the foundation and concealer drawer. I started to reorganize this drawer by adding in little containers. And I also got a new drawer set up. These are not the Alex drawers, but it is something that is a little bit similar. I got them from Michael's and I got it for a discount. So over here I decided I'm going to put my high-end foundations. As you can see, there's not that many. And over here we have the drugstore foundations. And then right here we have concealers, color correctors. I think that's all I put in here. It's just concealer and color corrector. So I want to get this whittled down to maybe 5 drugstore foundations. Maybe 10, there's a lot in here. And then over here, I want to have maybe 5 high-end foundations. I do have some new foundations to also add in here, so I want to get it down as much as possible so that way we can add the new stuff in. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, also it needs to fit in here nicely. They fit right now, but as you can see, it looks a mess. So let's start with the drugstore side. First one I have is this Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation Luminous, what is this? The Flower Beauty Light Illusion Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Feel. This foundation has SPF 18. It's supposed to be all day wearing. And this I have in the shade, what is this in? Why can't I tell the shade? Oh, there we go. And I have this in the shade Nutmeg or D2. I really do like this foundation. It's very light and easy for everyday wear, so I am going to keep that one. The first keep. I have this Mary Kay CC cream, and I have this in the shade Deep. It isn't an excellent color match for me. It is a CC cream and it has broad spectrum 15, but I'm just not a fan of this anymore, so we are going to get rid of it. I have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I have it both in Cocoa and Soft Sable because Cocoa is too dark. Soft Sable is a good color match, but in the summer I do like to add a little bit of Soft Sable in it. And I've had these for quite a while. This is very mattifying and right now my skin is not very oily. I do want to get a new tube of just the Soft Sable so that way I can have it in my collection. But since these are kind of old, I am going to get rid of them. These are another one of my favorite mattifying foundations. It's the Rimmel Stay Matte. I have it in Deep Mocha and Warm Caramel. Warm Caramel is an okay color match, but I do add a drop of Deep Mocha because I got this in the summertime when my skin was more oily. And Deep Mocha is just way too dark, but mixed together it makes a really good shade match for me. However, I think these are a little old as well, so I am going to go ahead and get rid of them because, like I said, I'm not as oily anymore, and also I just don't want to keep anything around that's old. Next up we have the CoverGirl Clean Matte in Deep. I really do like this BB cream. It's one of the only BB creams that I've seen for deep skin, so I am going to hang on to this one just because I can get some use out of it in the summer. And it says that it lasts for 12 months and I don't think I've had it for quite that long, so we're gonna keep that. Next I have this Physicians Formula The Healthy Foundation with SPF 20. The shade that I have this in is, let's see, what does it say? DN4, so dark neutral 4, I believe. And this foundation is very, very, very lightweight. Come on, camera, focus. This foundation is very lightweight. I do like this also for everyday wear. And it has this beautiful glass bottle. It has like this the similar applicator to the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation. So it has like that stick applicator with the big spoolie on the end, and I really do like this foundation. This is a pretty decent shade match for me, from what I can tell, and it lasts for a pretty decent amount of time, so I am going to keep that. So we got 3. Let's see if we're going to be able to whittle this down to keeping only 5. Next up, we have the Neutrogena Hydra Boost. I have 2 shades in this as well. I think this is Cocoa and Mocha. Oh, this is Chestnut and Cocoa, sorry. These are their 2 darkest shades, and I mean, as you can see, there is a huge color jump between both of these foundations. So this Chestnut is way too deep for my skin tone, and Cocoa is way too light. So I do use a mixture of both of them whenever I use them. I'm not sure if I want to keep it, if I want to give it away. I mean, I'm not sure if I want to keep this or get rid of it. I'm just gonna sit it up here for now and think about it. Next up, this is a more recent purchase. It is the Collab Oh So Fresh Skin Tint. I actually don't mind this skin tint. It's a nice skin tint. I have it in the shade Almond / Caramel 0607. There is one shade after this that's deeper, but it's like a lot more red based. I do like this for light makeup days. Since I just got it, I think I am going to hang on to it for a little while longer. So we now have 4 foundations from the drugstore side. And I think I am going to end up having maybe about 8 to 10 when we're finished. Next is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup, and this one is in the shade Chestnut 135. This foundation is okay. From what I can remember, when I was wearing it, I had more oily skin, so this does break up easily on oily skin. But it does have a nice finish. It is a nice foundation. I just am not a fan of the color, and you can tell it's even different than the Chestnut in the tube. It is a better color match than the Hydra Boost Chestnut. However, it still is too dark. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of this foundation just because I like the one by Flower Beauty better for like a light makeup day, or the one by Physicians Formula. So this one is a pass. Next up is the Revlon Color Stay for combination oily skin in the shade Caramel. As you can see, this has been getting some use, and also this might be, come on. And also this might be just a tad bit old. I think I've had this for a year, and it doesn't have like an expiration date on it or anything, but just because it looks like this in the bottle and it's not really moving, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. As you can tell, there is a theme with drugstore foundation, and it's that you can rarely find your shade in it. So for the next one, I have the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is a lot of people's favorite drugstore foundation, holy grail. People tend to love this or hate it from what I've seen. I do have it in the shades 338 Spicy Brown and 340 Cappuccino. Spicy Brown, I think, is a good color match, but I think the undertones are just a little off, and then Cappuccino seems to be a little bit too yellow. I don't know. So I think for this one, I don't even remember how I feel about it, to be honest. And I don't even know if these shades will even be a good match right now, just because since I'm pregnant, my skin has changed a lot. And I think we're gonna put these with the Neutrogena Hydra Boost. We're gonna put these with the maybes, but we're definitely, now I've decided I'm gonna get rid of the Neutrogena Hydra Boost. Those are gone. I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus here in the shades Cocoa and Espresso. Cocoa is definitely too light. Espresso is dark and it's also too red. However, I'm going to probably keep Cocoa and use it with the next product I'm going to talk about to mix in and get rid of cocoa just because that's way too light. I have this NYX Pro Foundation Mixer, and it's in the shade Olive. It's supposed to add more olive tones to your foundation. So I'm going to try the Wet n Wild foundation with this NYX Pro Foundation Mixer mixed in, just to see if I can get a better color match, because I do like the Wet n Wild foundation. It's just that the colors that they have, the color selection just doesn't work for me. Next, I have my Maybelline Super Stay 24-Hour Foundation. I have this in the shade 356 Warm Coconut. I actually really do like this. It does last all day. So now that I'm going to keep this, I've decided I'm definitely going to get rid of the Fit Me Matte and Poreless, because I do like the Maybelline, this Maybelline one a lot better. The color isn't excellent, but again, I can try mixing in this olive undertone, this olive mix-in medium, to see if that helps. I have this e.l.f. foundation. I don't even know which one this is. If someone knows, please let me know down below. But it is in the shade, what is this? Doesn't even say on the packaging. Cocoa? XoxO. So yes, it's in the shade Cocoa. And it expired after 6 months. I've had it longer than 6 months. Was not really a fan of this. Made me break out. So this is definitely a pass. Got this black opal foundation stick, and I have it in the shade Truly Topaz. Not an excellent shade match in my opinion. Not an excellent stick foundation for the drugstore, so I am going to get rid of that. The CoverGirl Healthy Vitalist Elixir, I have it here in the shade 765 or Tawny. I actually really do like this foundation. It does make your skin look beautiful. Now that my skin is not as oily as it used to be, it does really work for me, so I am gonna go ahead and keep this. All right, we're down to the last, I think I have the last couple drugstore foundations and then I'm done on the drugstore side. I have this Super Stay Better Skin Makeup in the shade 94 Almond. They don't even sell this anymore, and I think I've had it for long enough that it's time for it to go. I think it says 12 months here. Let me see. Yes, it's only supposed to last 12 months, and I'm pretty sure I've had this for about that time or longer. And since I like the Vitalist Healthy Elixir, and since I like the other Maybelline foundation a lot better, we are going to go ahead and get rid of this. I have the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation, and I have this, come on camera, and I have this in the shade Chestnut for number 13. It's not an excellent color match, and I'm not that big of a fan. I know people love this thing, but it's also over the 12-month expiration date as well. Not really that big of a fan. As you can see, it's like weirdly stuck to, it doesn't move. It's kind of thick, kind of like heavy, and just I was not really a big fan of this, so it's gonna go. The Maybelline Dream Cushion, this one, the colors that they came out with in this foundation truly like were terrible. Like I don't know what they were going with for those colors, especially when they have a lot of colors in their other foundations. So this one in Cocoa, it was okay. Not the best, not long lasting. I don't expect that from a cushion anyway, but it's been over the 6 months that you're supposed to keep it for, and it's not the best foundation that I've tried, so this one can go. Lastly, I'm gonna consider this one to be drugstore, even though it's by Unique, and it might be able to be on the high end side, because I think this thing was like 30 bucks. I have the shade Cypress, and it's a cream foundation. I used this thing a couple times, and then I was like, over it. Like it's not great. As you can see, I used it maybe once or twice. This, trash. And the last one that I'm gonna consider drugstore, even though I think they sell this brand in Sephora, is the Ordinary Colors Coverage Foundation, and I have this one in 3.1Y. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this because I've only tried it once, and I don't know how I feel about it yet, so I'm gonna hang on to it, give it another try, and then maybe declutter it on my next declutter if I decide that it's not worth it. So we've got the drug and the drugstore side down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 foundations. I'm not going to count the foundation mixer because this you can't really wear by itself. So I think that's pretty good. I have 8 and I got rid of 16, 17, 18. I think that's pretty good. Got rid of 18. We're keeping 8. That's over half of it gone. On to the high-end side. The first one I have here is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation, and I have this in the shade 25 or Hazelnut. I recently got this foundation over the winter. I have not tested it out too much. I've used it maybe 2 or 3 times, so I am going to keep this and keep playing around with it to see how I feel about it. The Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation, I know I do like this, but I do think that it is a little bit old. There is no expiration date on it. Oh yeah, it says 24 months. So actually it might not be old. I have it in the shade 24 Golden, and it is one of my like favorite full coverage foundations plus concealers. Like, this is really full coverage. If you want full coverage but not to feel cakey, then this foundation is a good foundation for that. So I guess I am going to hold on to it because it hasn't been 24 months yet. It just looks like that in the container because it is one of those thicker foundations. I have the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place in the shade 5 and 2 Amber Honey. This was a good shade match for me in the winter. Now that it is summer, I don't know if it still is going to be. This does say that it lasts for 24 months, but I think this is one of the first, if not it was the first high-end foundation that I picked up. So I think I have had this. It'll be maybe about 24 months this summer. I'm going to keep it just in case. Just in case I want to use it. I'm gonna smell it, see how it goes. But I did buy a brand new bottle. I just haven't put it in here yet because I haven't opened it. But I have this in the shade, what is this? SW1 Sandalwood. So I do have another bottle just in case this shade doesn't fully work or I need to mix something in. I'm gonna keep this Amber Honey just in case. I have the Smashbox Studio Skin foundation in the shade 4.05. I don't like this color on my skin, and also I have used this for a while, so I think I am going to go ahead and declutter this. It's a pretty foundation, not my favorite, and I don't use it often, so we're going to get rid of that. This one is almost empty. It's the Clinique Even Better Makeup, and I have this from last summer, and it is in the shade Amber. It's pretty foundation. I really like it. It's supposed to also have benefits to help even out your skin tone. Has SPF of 15, very light coverage, very nice foundation, but since it's almost empty, I'm gonna go ahead and toss it. I have the Cover FX Power Play foundation, and it's in the shade G90. I just recently got this one. I've only worn this about twice. It is a little matte, well, it is a lot matte, which I do expect because it's supposed to be. Still on the fence about how I completely feel about it now that I have combination of dry skin, but I think I am going to hang on to it because it is fairly new and I'm not going to just throw away money like that. Another new purchase is this Lancome Tint Idol foundation, and I have it in the color 500 Suede W. I've only worn this once, but from that one time wearing it, I absolutely love this foundation, and it's quickly become like my favorite foundation in my drawer. I just have to find somewhere to go that's worth putting on a $48 foundation. This Clinique Super City BB Broad Spectrum Deep, like compact, like this, just, I think I'm not the type of person to like these little cushion compact things because it, I mean, it has SPF 50, which is excellent for going, like, when you're being outside. You know what? Maybe I should go ahead and keep this for summer just because it's good for, no, we're getting rid of it. The Too Faced Born This Way foundation was my original favorite foundation. I really do like this foundation. I have it in the color Chestnut. It's a really pretty foundation, very lightweight, very your skin but better, which I think is what it claims. Very medium coverage, like it's a very pretty foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to this. I think I have another bottle because I believe this one is, even though it looks like there's a lot in there, I think this is my bottle that's almost empty. Last higher end foundation I have is the MAC Next to Nothing foundation, and I have it in the shade Dark Plus. I use this on my like no makeup days, where I use this plus the Next to Nothing powder, and it tends to give you like a nice your skin but better look. It's by all means next to nothing coverage. Like I have a lot of acne scars, and well, not as much as I used to, but you can still see scars peeking through. You can still see skin peeking through. The Next to Nothing powder does an excellent job of helping add more coverage, but this alone is basically like putting on a moisturizer. There's no coverage, but I can't return it, so I am gonna go ahead and keep it just because I feel like I can use this for like every day when I want to just throw on some face and look like I did something type of day. So from the high end side, we've gotten rid of one foundation, and I think we've gotten rid of everything that I want to get rid of out of all these foundations. I'm just looking again to see if there's something that snuck in the radar. I do still have to declutter these concealers to make this drawer completely 100% organized, done, and perfect. But my battery is about to die, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and declutter this off camera. And if I remember, I will insert a picture of everything that I'm getting rid of at the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you like seeing these type of declutter videos. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.